Hi, hello, I am Katarina Freeline, as y'all know, but I tried making my video, and I did, for what I did at Bluff Haven, and trying to get it on with the camcorder that I got from school is kind of a little difficult, and they barely go on there. Pictures are easier, but videos is a little bit harder to put on. That's why I usually like using this for video or for pictures, start pictures on. And so I deleted all my videos, or most of them except for the one Brian has on there. But I am gonna remake this just a little bit. I feel like crap for having to do this, but if I have to, I must, and I'm gonna. So let me pull this out. So I'm just gonna welcome you to my presentation, which I didn't, sorry, but this is a presentation about folding napkins. I haven't done this for a while, and the last one that I've done it was the school presentation. Otherwise, I normally do it with paper, you know, just try and make different items. This is a bow tie, and this is supposed to be like a crown if you look at it just right. And there's a couple different ties that I made. Some are skinnier, some are fatter. There's this another crown, and then I made another bow tie. I know I like making bow ties and crowns. Those are my favorite ones. The crown is an easier fold, which I'll start out with, and then I'll go out with a tie, and then I'll explain along the way and show you. And excuse me if I'm a little jumbled, because I didn't want to have to do this. And I always found that a setting would look better with some pizzazz. I know some hard work has to be put into it, but as long as you show some showmanship and style and some of your own creativity into something, it comes straight from the heart. So first of all, I want to show you that you don't use little flimsy things like this, alright? It's supposed to be a place setting, which can also be a napkin, but it's too flimsy and the thread count to actually try and hold. These mainstay ones and the ones that you see at Walmart, which is a better thread count and hold better, but I can't, with my limited strength, I cannot always get it as tight as it should be, so I'm going to try. And then I'm going to take this out so you can see. I like many different colors, you know, different colors. There's blue, there's green. Let me get these out of here. My ones were there to show you. There's brown, and then there's kind of like a cream color. It all has to depend on what you're trying to do, you know. And I like making my guests feel like royalty, you know, the red carpet, and just make them expect something, you know. Make them expect, what are you going to do next, or what are you going to do here, and everything else. It actually gets your guests in a creative mood for themselves. I'm going to pick 2 of these and put the rest behind. Then I'll come back and talk about a couple things. But first, I'm going to go back down. You take this out and have the bottom facing towards you. Obviously, this is the front side because it doesn't have the little tag here. And so, take the one corner, you can go like this, and all the points are supposed to face away from you. You take the right side. In my presentation at Bellevue, I had a person who was left-handed, and sometimes that is a little bit tricky because you say right hand, because then they'll think this is their right hand, basically. But anyways, start with the right hand. And you do the same with the left. And then you fold this up about that far. You come down. You might have to do a little bit makeshift. Then see, this is what it's supposed to look like in the front. That's what it's supposed to look like in the back. Then you take the one side and then you stick it in, and you might have to move it around just a little bit so it can stand. But then it's supposed to stand. But otherwise, it's probably a little easier to fold on the first step for some of these items, you know, for the curls and everything, because then you have to do the creases, and sometimes when you have them folded already from the store, they have their creases of their own, and it's just a lot easier to have the little instructions. I have it upside down, excuse me. Little instructions here, because they always have the different pictures, and just to show you what it's supposed to look like step by step, because I like doing demonstrations. I like showing my creativity, because I don't care how you how can I put this, how creative, or not creative, but how voiced you are in something. You still need something to go by at times. But what's kind of hard with some of these, the reason why some of these don't stay, is because either you don't have them tight enough, or you need starch, because starch would actually make them fold a lot better. And not just starch, you can have a heavier thread count. And so let me flip. I'm kind of doing this in a small amount of area, so excuse me. And then it's supposed to stand up and tug, and the side I got this from, when I had this standing up, because I folded out for my next one, that it's how they put it, American Viagra. That's what they claim starch is, which I thought was kind of funny, so I wanted to put it in the paper. And so the next fold is going to be a tie. I always found this, if you have some type of luncheon, you know, it makes a lot of things better. But you have this side, which is the right side, and then you fold it to that way. And first you're supposed to put in the diagonal. That's why the way I had it. After you do the right and then the left, you can put some of the creases in. That does help. You go back to the right, then to the left, and do the same thing. You do this, you can hold it up. So that's what it's supposed to look like right now. And then you're supposed to fold it like this, and then around, and then you're supposed to, I'm going to put this down here so I can tuck it in a lot easier, and then tuck it in. The reason why I like the tie napkin is because you can hold it up like this so it doesn't fray itself or unfold itself. The other ones you got to be so careful and everything else. And I just like this fold. It makes me a lot easier. But on this one, let me unfold it. It says go here and go this back over and around, and it's still pretty much the same, but it's a little bit different. It's supposed to be up somewhat, like, you know, a little bit different like that. Is our ending product. Let me put papers here. It's supposed to be looking like a little bit of a square. See, a little bit of a square, but. And then also with the fact with all of this is because that the napkin folds, I think, is put on the men's place settings, or you can put like a crown or something on a woman's and just make it so different. You know, I was always the person to be different, and my family knows that so well. And then that's how these two napkins fold. I found that the crown is the easiest because you don't have that many. I don't know if it's in the camera. Sorry. This is the easiest one that I found for beginners. And then this would seem, it's a couple steps up from the crown. It's still in the easy level, but it's the higher easy level into the moderate. And then that's how you create those two. And then I have my little reference sheet, which I'll hand in on Express for the teacher. And then I also have this to mail. I had at least 8 or 9 people. Some of them won't always do it, but some of them did put comments. Let me see if I can read some of my comments here. This one says, really good demonstration. This person was really well impressed. This person said that very interesting, enjoy the demonstration and the talk, because we talked for a little bit too. And there was a teacher, and she said that you guys, well, I try and put them because I didn't know how to put it. I couldn't say they. I had to say something. And it said, probably should wear more professional elegance things. Well, actually, I did wear professional clothes. It was nice. It was good. It wasn't dirty like I had motor oil or anything on them. This lady put, it looks like a lady's handwriting, her voice was very pleasant. She kept your attention, and I did keep their attention very well. Some people have a short attention span. I have a couple more here, but then I'll get to that one in a minute. This person said, we understood her, and she was very pleasant. And this last one here is my Aunt Dorothy. She's at Bluff Haven, so that's where I decided to go, because I thought she should enjoy some entertainment. And she goes, Kat was sweet and very nice. She did a good job. She was friendly. She did her job well. Dorothy Dittman, because she has a little space in her, sorry. Her great aunt. And really, she is my great aunt, because I am the daughter of her third nephew. So, then I got all that to do, and then the paper ones, let's see if I can find them again, is where I like to hold them in the paper. I like using tape, or if you want to make it a little bit more colorful or anything, you can use duct tape, because you can buy all kinds of colors of duct tape and patterns and everything. And then let's see, what else is there? And then the talk that we had was very pleasant, actually. They asked me about, well, it was about 7 to 8 minutes, but I was in and out of the camera so much because I was helping them, even though I had it shut up so they could see it. I must have been a little too bit farther away from the camera, and so that's how my table got moved, if I could have put that video on. And they really loved it, and they just needed someone to talk to. I understand that. I've used to being alone, and that's part of the reason why I took this class, so I wouldn't have to be alone. I could actually talk. And I just loved it. They actually loved having me there. I presented myself very nicely. I know I probably looked girlish if you saw the video, but because I had pigtails up. Well, I had the pigtails up because I was always told that I looked like Punky Brewster, And so that's part of the conversation and everything. But anyways, I'll let you go, and this is my final project that had to be redone again. So I'll see anybody in the next video. So thank you for watching.